We're going to test the projector, this BENQ W5800, based on 3 videos. Today we are going to do a review of BENQ W5800 projector. Now this projector is a true 4K laser projector whereby you achieve a resolution of 3840 by 2160, so it's 4K. You achieve an NC Lumens of 2006 with functions of HDR 10 Plus and HDR Pro, and you achieve 100% DCI P3 and 100% Rec 709, which means to say it translates that it has very good color spectrum. Now you have a local contrast enhancer, dynamic zoom, dynamic contrast, and a 1.6 times zoom. In addition to that, it comes with a motorized lens whereby you're able to adjust the horizontal as well as the vertical pan. Now, having said all this, the important and the most unique selling point of this BENQ projector is about the color accuracy. And today we are going to do a test that how you're going to even improve the overall color accuracy, though every projector before it leaves the factory do a factory calibration before leaving the factory, which means to say that every one of these projectors in each and every model, each and every serial number, each and every set is actually being calibrated to the best result before it leaves the factory. However, we are going to even improve it with our in-house calibration with a professional calibration tool. This is a remote control of this BENQ W5800. This is a very sleek remote control. Why is that so? Besides that, it is very sleek with all the very simple buttons, as you can see over here. Now, it has a backlit buttons, which means to say every one of the buttons are backlit with the orange light, which is you are able to see each and every button when you are in dark room. According to website, the BENQ's website, BENQ's W5800, the way they describe it is see colors as the directors envision in your AV century, and is having a delta E less than 2, which means to say they have recalibrated in the factory having a delta E less than 2. So will this projector be able to uphold of all these claims according to BENQ's website? Let's find out. We're going to test the projector, this BENQ W5800, based on 3 videos. The first one will be Poor Things Visuals. The second one will be Dune Part 2 Final Battle. The third one will be the Grand Budapest Visual. And this is going to be based on the factory default first, then we will do a calibration. So which means to say the factory default is based on a calibration that was done at the factory before it's being shipped out. And we are going to do an in-house calibration because the unique selling point of the BENQ is able to do a on-site calibration further to enhance the delta E. This is a color calibration tool. We bought this purposely to do the color calibration for BENQ W5800. Will these really improve the color accuracy with the minimum delta E for the projector? Let's find out. First and foremost, for each and every unit of this W5800, before it leaves the factory, each and every unit is actually being factory calibrated for the color. However, the unique selling point about this W5800 is that it can be further calibrated on site. So let's take a moment to take a look at why do we need a color calibration while it is already being calibrated. Now, the reason of a on-site calibration is because of 4 main factors which are related to the environment. First and foremost, the room will be affected by the ambient light, which means to say that there may be some lights somehow in your room. The projection size, meaning to say the size of the screen. The next will be the reflection. Last but not least, it depends on the projector screen material that you'll be using. For example, some of you may be using a white screen, some may be using an ALR screen, which is usually grey in color with lower gain. So with all this combination, we call this the environment factor, which when calibration kicks in, it will handle all these environment factor and will be able to achieve a better color accuracy. And what they claim is that it can be as low as below 1%. Is that true? Now we're going to show you the calibration in a short while and we'll find out. Now another unique advantage of the BENQ W5800 is that now comparing to other brands and models of the projector, for example, the more expensive brand like JVC, Sony, what happened is that for JVC is using a similar calibration tool. Similar to Sony is also using a similar calibration tool. However, they are much more complex to set up, and which includes Sony requires a SLR camera to do so. But for us, we are using a color calibrator run together with the BENQ software, which you are seeing on screen right now. And what we need to do is just to click next, all right, and you will just follow the process in an octo manner. You will just go through 7 colors of process, which will just take some time, slightly below 10 minutes. So let me just go through the process in here, all right, and then we'll just skip this calibration for the reason that it will take some time to run. Let's take a look at this color calibration report. Now, the average delta E, we managed to achieve 0.6, which means to say, compared to the real life picture, we are only 0.6% from the real life picture. Now, look at the luminance, which is the brightness. Pre-calibration, we will add 49 nits. And the post-calibration, we are achieving 66 nit, which is a big jump. All right, and the CCT is able to achieve way more than that by slightly less than double. Now let's take a look at the 3 video footages after calibration. Now this is how they look. Now let's do a side-by-side comparison with the one on the left after color calibration and the one on the right is before color calibration. Now look at this. In fact, you can witness with your own eyes that the one that is after color calibrated is significantly way better before calibration. Right? You can see a vast of difference, especially at the general over here, and the lights that are shining on the left is way more vibrant than the one on the right. Now, besides doing this side-by-side comparison, I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison with the raw video footage as well as after calibration. Is it close to each other? I would like to hear from you. Now, let's take a look at the BENQ W5800 measurement of the lumens, right? We put the projector in bright mode. Now, this is the results that we measured. So the NC lumens for the white lumens is being measured at 2892.3, which is about 2900 NC lumens. This is above what is being stated on BENQ of 2600, which is good. Now let's take a look at the color lumens. The average color lumens is measuring at 2708.5 NC lumens, which is again better than the 2600. So it actually upholds to what is stated on their specs. Now there's always a talk about a rainbow effect on DLP projectors. Now on the left hand side, we are having a DLP projector with trichroma, which means to say 3 laser. Look at the corner of the Netflix box, right? And we'll notice that there are rainbow effect at the edge of the box, especially the bottom edge. Now on the right hand side, it is the zoom in from 150-inch screen, which looks a bit low on resolution, which is why you're seeing a bit blur on the right. But this is the Netflix icon that's being found on the BENQ W5800 projector. Now look at the rainbow effect. I do not notice any rainbow effect at the edges of the box. Let's touch on the dimension of the projector. The width is 52 cm. The depth is 38 cm. And the height is only 12.5 cm. Now, the projector is very sleek in design. It only comes in black color. And if you're going to do a desk mount, there are legs at the bottom that you're able to adjust to the height. And of course, it will have the mounting points for you to do the mounting to the brackets for ceiling mount. And of course, we do provide 3-axis ceiling mount at a very good price. If you want to know more about our 3-axis bracket, please click on the right button at the top of the corner of the screen. For our followers and viewers from Singapore, just take note that we are the exclusive seller for this BENQ W5800 model of projector. So if you need any projector that is meant for your dedicated home theater setup, or you like to set up a big screen that is meant for your living hall and so on and so forth, do let us know. This projector doesn't come with any built-in speakers because it's meant for home theater usage, and you need a complementary system of a Dolby Atmos sound system that goes together with this. For those who actually need such a complementary solution or setup or solution, what you can do is that you can always approach us and discuss with us for a customized solution for according to your needs with the best price performance ratio. Now let's look at the interface port starting from the left. First, we have the first port, HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 on the right. Now, HDMI 1 comes with the audio return channel, which is like an e-arc, and then move on to the USB port and the power right at the bottom. Now the one on the right over here, what we have is a infrared receiver port. Then we have the RS-232 3D Sync LAN port, a service port, SPDIF, which is the optical port, and then we have all the menu buttons that is on the right over here, which includes the power, the menu, the source like HDMI 1, 2 that you're able to select, right, the back button and the navigation button together with this OK button. Now besides having the fan at the middle part of the rear, there's also having another exhaust fan that is on the right of the projector, which you are seeing right now. This is the base of the projector. Now there are 2 legs over here whereby you can adjust the height if you are using it as a desk mount product. But for most of you who will be using this for a ceiling mount, these are the mounting point. There are 4 mounting points meant for the bracket. We have just shown you the BENQ W5800 projector, and you know what is the unique selling point of the projector, reason being that it is able to actually calibrate to the lowest delta E for the color calibration, which achieves the color to the perfect DCI P3 as well as very near to the real life color. Now, if you like to more of such content, especially like all these exclusive products that we are bringing to you, by the way, we are exclusive partner of BENQ for W5800, which means to say that we are the only party that able to show you the demonstration in our showroom for this W5800 as well as to sell. So you like to schedule for an appointment to witness the true quality of this W5800 series, do contact us at HomeEntertainment.sg or WhatsApp us, and you'll be able to find our contact over at our website. If you like more of such content that we are able to bring you the unique point of the projectors or gadgets on home entertainment products, click on the subscribe and like button to motivate us to produce more of such content to you. In addition to that, this will boost our YouTube algorithm to the next level.